If you like, we can get started, Mauro.
Okay. So, first of all, I wanted to introduce you to Anja.
Hi.
It's very interesting how we met. Anja and Andras, they are a couple and they are working together for how long?
The third year.
3 years already. They are working with acupuncture, but instead of using needles, they are using this copper stick and also hands massage. So it's the same theory of Chinese medicine, just a different application. And they were sharing videos online about different theories of Chinese medicine and also Qigong theories, the 5 elements, and I think Meridian channels also had videos for Meridian also. And then I contacted them because I was looking for people interested in learning about the theory of HunYuan, which for most people working with Chinese medicine, they are not related yet to the HunYuan theory. So it was when I told them, they were like, yes, we want to know this. And I was like, yes, I want to teach you this. So it's, again, a perfect match of information. And we've been studying together for more than a year, I think already.
Yeah. Almost 2 years, maybe, or a year and a half, for sure.
So I'm encouraging Anja that she steps forward and takes the teaching. Also Andras, they are starting also, Andras has also groups of, how to say, Škola Zdravia.
Andras, maybe you tell.
You need to unmute. I can try also.
Okay. Yes, I'm working with older people, like after 60 years old, we practice in the morning, half an hour workout, very simple. And slowly I will involve Qigong, they don't know it.
But this program they have, it's very interesting because it's like a routine of 100 moves that they do in the morning, and it's very amazing because there are groups, local groups, and in total in whole Slovenia there are thousands of.
There are 4,000 people, and it's each group has one person that is leading the exercises. So each person has one granny that comes forward, and she has to know, or he has to know, all the exercises, and it's a lot of fun they have. It has also this social interaction, not just making exercise, but also people who doesn't go out, they come and they drink coffee together after that. So it's really fun.
They sing songs. So it's very, when I first met them, the first time I saw this group, it was like, wow, they have also a chi field of their own, even if they don't use this word, but they have their own chi field, their own codes, their own, and it's very nice to see. So this is a little bit introduction about Anja and Andras and what they are doing here in Slovenia, and particularly Anja, she's also a sinologist. So her role today is going to be to teach us about Chinese language in particular and how to write HunYuanLingTong.
Yeah.
And what it means.
Does anyone of you ever learn Chinese, or does anyone speak Chinese? No? Not?
No.
Yeah?
Ellen, a little bit.
Ellen? Oh, great, awesome. And no one else? You didn't try it. Okay. So I will try to introduce you Chinese language just for a little bit. I will not go in details because we don't have enough time. But it's important if we want to learn how to pronounce correctly HunYuanLingTong and how to write it down. We should know a little bit about how Chinese characters work. It will be easier then.
And maybe after we write, we can do this meditation that was, I think, Liu and Brita, I think they shared once about who. So afterwards, we can do a little bit of practice with what we what we learned today. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, good.
So let's make a chicken first. Okay.
Oops,
Okay, great. And what about other people I cannot see? They don't have camera or what?
Probably.
They don't have camera. Okay, no worries, no worries. Just a second. I'm on the floor, so I just took my pillow. So let's sit in the comfortable position. Can you all hear me? Yes?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, of course.
Great. So if you want to stand up, you can also stand up. If you want to sit, you just sit comfortably. Okay, let's close our eyes. Let's make sure that our spine is straight, that the Mingmen is open, that chin is tucked in, and Bai Hui up. And just relax the body. Relax our head, our eyes, our cheeks, mouth, tongue to the upper palate. Relax shoulders and our chest. Our belly, and all the inner organs. Relax the spine and hips, our reproductive organs, and legs. All the bodies relax. Also, all our blood vessels and muscles, our bones, all our cells are relaxed and become transparent. And now we open our eyes and look to one point in the horizon and put our intention for today. It's that we understand even deeply the meaning of this beautiful phrase, HunYuanLingTong, that we can use it for ourselves and for all the humankind and our planet. That we are all completely healthy in all dimensions. And now let it go, this intention, and bring this point slowly closer to your eyes and deep in your brain. And close your eyes slowly. Now, from our brain, we expand our chi field expands in all the ways around us, up to the sky and deep down to the earth, front and back, left and right. Our body and our chi field is now one. Transparent chi, harmonious, pure and light. Now we expand this chi ball and all of us connect in one huge chi ball. All the chi channel friends are now one big transparent body of chi. And we expand even further to all the planets, to connect with all the human beings and all the other creatures and plants, rivers, Mother Earth. And further, we expand through the galaxy as far as our mind can go, the universe. We connect with HunYuan Qi of the universe, and slowly bring it back to the center of our body. We are relaxed, calm, and peace, and ready to get new information. Now with this focus and with this state of peace, very gently and slowly open the eyelids and keep the sensation. Hao la. Okay. All of you has a pen? You have a pen and a paper?
Yes.
Yes, okay. You need? No? Okay. So, just few words before I start to write about Chinese language. In my opinion, it's very fun, really. It's very fun to learn new characters. They have some specific logic, and And I think actually writing Chinese characters is kind of Qigong, because you have to be very focused, and because you have to forget all you know about other languages, so your frame of reference, how the language should look like, sound like, how the grammar should look like, in order to get the information of the characters and to memorize it. And in my opinion, that's very fun. So Chinese language has many of characters. I heard different stories of the number, but it should be around 50,000 or even more. Some of the people say 80,000. But to communicate with people or to read signs on the street or newspaper, you need to know around 3,000 to 5,000, let's say, which is a good sign. It's less than 50,000, right? So with a little bit of discipline and open-minded and a little bit of imagination, that's it's not too difficult. So there are many rules how to write correctly, and there are specific strokes how to write Chinese characters. But I will just tell you 3 things for today. Okay, we're not going to details because of time. Maybe I will put this a little bit closer, like this. Okay. So. If this is, can you see this? Wait. Now will help me. The table, great.
Better. Is it okay?
Yeah, it's better.
Okay, maybe I will use another pen because this. It's better, right?
Yes, much better. Thank you.
Much better. Right, it's better. Yeah. Okay, great. So the Chinese characters are more like square shape, right? So there, I will tell you today for 2 rules that it's good to know. So when we write Chinese character, we write it from left to right and from up down. Okay. And also, what is important that you know is that character is usually mixed of 2 different parts. One part is radical, that gives you an idea or orientation of the meaning of the character, and it's usually on the left side, so here or here or here. So it's on the left or on the top or of the bottom of the character. So radical. The one part is radical, and the second part is phonetic. Phonetic gives you an idea how the character will sound. So those are 2 basic components. Okay. So, did you write it down? Can I erase this? Yes. Okay. Great. So no, that's not that difficult to remember, right? From left to right, from up to down. One part is radical and one part is the phonetic. Okay. And then we know different characters. So I will try to introduce you all of them, very simple one, so you will get an impression. How do we build characters together? Because when you understand this, it actually becomes very easy. So the first thing, we have pictograms. Pictograms are very old characters and very simple characters that some of them are like thousands of years old, and they are still the same. Mauro is showing you the pictogram for a turtle that we have in our logo. It has also wings from another pictogram. And now I will show you some pictograms from nature, so you can imagine how Chinese people make characters. So let's say we have a sun and a moon. And a tree. And fire. And a person. Oh, it's really not okay, right? You cannot see. We will figure it out something. Is it better?
Like this?
Can you see anything? Aș ca blășcise, ne? Should be like this.
It's better now, thank you.
Better, right?
Yes.
Cool.
The sun, moon, tree, fire, and man. Yeah.
You see it?
Yes.
Okay, great. So, the sun, we all paint sun like this, something similar, right? But Chinese, they make it more simple. They made it more simple, and they just, because it's very difficult to write a circle if you have a brush, or let's say when they write with bamboo sticks, very in ancient times, it was difficult to write a circle, so they made a square like this. Can you see that? Maybe with red. Maybe red is the best color. So like this. And for all those right?
And rays.
From all those races, they just put one in the middle. So this is still today the pictogram for the sun, and we pronounce it R. It means the sun. R. And then the moon, they keep the shape, and they put two rises. It could be also a cloud, maybe. And it's Yue.
Yeah.
And then a tree, they put like a branches and a trunk, also branches, and it's Mu. It's tree. Or fire. Or person. They just took this part, of course. This is my own idea. The ren. And it's
The character friend.
sorry. Yeah, it's like this. Mogoče bi mogla biti jaz tukaj. A veš, ko se delamo. Is it better? Okay. So this is just an example of the pictograms. And that's very kind of logical, isn't it? if we use our imagination, we can imagine that this is the Huo, it's a fire, and this is the tree, and this is the sun and the person, right? But then it also exists other characters. So they put, for example, they put more strokes. They choose one character and they just put more strokes to develop a new one. For example, let's take this one, Ren. If I put this person here, hands like this, he's showing what? I am very big, right? He's showing that he's big. So they just put one line here, and this is already a new character, Da. It means big. So what is even bigger than me if I'm big like this, and what is here upside that it's even bigger and more spacious than me? If I put another line here, it's already Tian, and it means sky. Sky.
From Ding Tian Li.
Yes, it's from Ding Tian Li Di, from 8 verses. This is the Tian. So I'll write it again. This is Da. It means big. And this is Tian. It means sky. Can you see? Okay. But then also they combined those characters together, those pictograms together, because this is one way. They choose one and they just they put more strokes, but they also combine those pictograms together. Can I erase that? Yes?
Yes, thank you.
Yes. Okay.
Remember that anyhow it will be recorded, so
Oh, it will be
later on
recorded. Great.
they want to go back to something different.
Okay, great. So we don't wait. So let's say we combine those two. We combine R and we put Yue here. So now we have a sun and a moon together. That should be very bright, right? If the sun would shine on the sky and moon, it should be bright. So it could be, a meaning could be bright, but it has also another meaning. It's my interpretation how to memorize the characters, so don't take this 100%. It's not from the book, but I will still tell you because it's easy to remember. When the sun and the moon make a cycle, a circle, so when during the day the sun is on the sky and then the night comes and the moon is on the sky, right? And then it's another day. So this is the time when the day change. So this is the character Ming, and it means tomorrow. So it's Ming. Okay. Sorry. It's Ming. And also maybe we can combine this one and this one. So if we put a pictogram for person, that can be also upside down like this on the left side of the character. This is the same one. So we put person and a tree. So what is doing person near the tree in the shadow? What is he doing? He's resting, right? He's resting. So this is show. It means rest, to rest. So that's the second way how they combine pictograms and in order to make new characters, so new words.
So it's basically associating like a story.
It's like a story, yes. It's like a story. And this is very easy to remember if you use the imagination, right? It's not like this with all the characters. with more complicated characters, the things become more or less difficult. You have to memorize it. You will see with HunYuanLingTong. But let's go further. There are two more types, and then we go to HunYuanLingTong. Okay. There are two more types of characters. One is so that what I showed you, it was monosyllabic characters. So one character has its own meaning, but usually in China we have polysyllabic characters. So two characters give you one word. For example, right now we had Ming, and this is already bright. We have Xiu, and this is already rest. But we also have polysyllabic. For example, we use this one, fire, and vehicle. Those are two characters. You can imagine maybe vehicle, like, or rickshaw, let's say. Here the people sit, here are the tires, and here one person is having like this and he's running, right? So a long time ago, what kind of vehicle they used if they combine vehicle and fire? What was that?
Locomotive, right?
It was train, right? It's train. So this is actually huoche, and it's still used for train. Huoche. So fire and vehicle means train. Okay. Or I will give you another example. So this is, I put this, that's not in the character. Okay, just to imagine. Let's say we have a character for electricity and a character for image. So if we have electricity, image, what could that be? A picture that we put on electricity and it becomes picture.
Lightning?
It's television.
Television, okay.
It's television. So this is Zhineng. No, I'm sorry. It's a movie. It's video. Sorry, it's movie. It's not television. It's television. It also has Dian, but it has sh, not in. So Zhineng, it's a movie. Sorry, Zhineng, like this. So, and now we have the last. Okay. This. So the last characters are the characters that has the same. One part is the same. The phonetic part is the same, but the radical is different according to orientation of the meaning. I will show you the example and you will understand. For example, Qing. Let's pick three different. Qing. So this is the left side that tells you that the character will be pronounced as Qing. But I will put here different radicals. Like this one, this radical is the radical for tongue. So this is the tongue and the words that are going out from the mouth. So this is the tongue. And here I will put water, the radical for water. And here I will put radical for heart. This is the heart. It also looks like this, the heart. But as a radical, it can be used on the left side in this way. Can you see it?
Yes.
Yes. Okay, great. So with this radical, the Qing we will pronounce it in the third tone, like Qing, and it will mean to ask or to invite, because here is the radical for tongue. It's Qing, and it means to ask, to invite. But with the radical for water, this Qing will get the first tone, and it will be pronounced Qing, and it will mean bright, clean, because it has water, right? It's bright, it's clean. And with heart, it will get the second tone, so it will be pronounced as Qing, and it will mean to feel, like feeling, emotion. So here it becomes a little bit complicated, right? Then that means I showed you this part because it's very important. Here we can see why it's important to memorize the pronunciation, the tones. Because if we pronounce different tone, it will be completely different meaning. For example, you want to invite someone, but you use this Qing, it becomes strange, right? Or you want to clean the house, but you use this one also, right? So we have to be careful. And with HunYuanLingTong, I will also teach you how to pronounce it in the right way. Okay, so I will erase this now, and we can move to HunYuanLingTong.
By the way, while Anja cleans the table, I will tell you also that we are preparing like this teaching for the 8 verses. Anja will teach us also how to pronounce the whole 8 verses, and also how to write it down, because we need to first have people signing in, so we know how many people we can host on Zoom and this. So if you'd like, you can write us by email. Later on, I will write down in the chat the email. So if you are interested in learning the 8 verses, you send us a mail, then we organize it.
Yeah, great. Thank you.
Okay. So first, I will explain to you those parts, so you will know how the characters are built, and you will get the impression, deeper impression of the meaning of each character and how they combine together, HunYuanLingTong. And later on, I will also teach you how to write each character very slowly. So now if you are writing down, just it doesn't matter how you write it, because otherwise later on we will write it slowly, because I think it's a good idea. You can write it then on your bottle of water, and it can give information to the water you drink, or you can write it on the paper and you put it on your working place or something. So this the first one, you already know, it's Hun, right? Hun, Yuan, and Tong I will write later. So which part here is the radical? Who knows? The left part, right? I said at the beginning is the left part. So this part, is the radical, and it's the radical for water. So this is radical and means water. Okay. This part, upper part, we already write it today also. It's a sun. Remember? was like this. Now it's like this. The sun. And this lower part, it's actually B. It means to compare. So usually we don't use it alone. We use it as a phrase. B, we say. B, B. So it means to compare. So how would we, like, if we notice there are three completely different parts, and the meaning of Hun is actually origin, right? It's to mix. It's to mix. So how we get this meaning to mix from those three different parts, from water, sun, and to compare? Well, it depends on your imagination. I would say it's to compare water, or to mix water and sun, like to very hot element and very cold element all together. It's to mix. So if you compare those two and put it together, you mix them together. But this is just my personal interpretation. And then Yuan. This is the radical in the character Yuan. And you already know it also. It's a person, Ren. I can also write here Shui. Okay. So this is a person, and upper part, it's a number 2. So person and number 2. The meaning of Yuan is origin. Also, my interpretation would be that two different people make new person, and so it's his origin, like this, something like this. But also Yuan has also different meanings, like it's a dollar also. In China they use RMB, and they also call their money Yuan. It's more like common to say Yuan. So it also has the meaning of a dollar, or the first, the original first. It's also Yuan. And then we have Ling. Ling, I wrote it in 2 different ways. Why? Because I found that it's used in 2 different ways. One is simplified and one is traditional character. Usually simplified characters, like they're all simplified. Just this one is traditional. Simplified characters, they use it in mainland China, and traditional in Taiwan. But I really like traditional characters, actually, because they have more information inside, and I can imagine better what does it mean, why this meaning, and so on. But I will explain both to you, so you choose yourself which one is best for you to memorize it. This link, so simplified one, has fire for radical in lower part. So fire, war. And upper part is G. Yeah, it's smart. So the meaning of Ling is effective, quick. So I imagine this, that if you are smart and on fire, you're very quick and effective. I don't know if that's a very how to say official interpretation of the character, but it helps me to remember. So the meaning of Ling is effective and quick. Okay, and this link, the traditional one, is very, very interesting because it has 3 different parts.
Like this.
Like this. Like this. Okay, so this upper part, it's rain. Now I will write with this one. Rain. So maybe you can imagine the cloud and raindrops and the rain cloud around it, or fog. This is rain. And those 3 are the same. This is mouth. And this lower part, altogether, you already know 2 pictograms. Those 2, you know, it's Ren, it's a person. And this lower part, the meaning of it is a shaman, a wizard. I imagine this like, this is the person who connects sky with the earth and 2 different spheres of a person. So the physical, material, and the, let's say, higher self or another dimension, spiritual self. So rain and mouth and shaman also gives you effective and quick answer, maybe, or effective and quick solution. Something like this. That's also my interpretation. And also then we have Tong, the last one. Okay. Tong. So Tong has this part, which is a radical, and it actually, we write it like this, but on the left side is written as you see, in this way, and it's pronounced shuo. It means to walk. It means walk or walking also. And this part, the upper part, I actually, to be honest, I didn't find it. I just find it turned in different way, like this, and it means secret or personal. And this part, it's yong, to use. Yong. So the meaning of Tong is to go through, to open, to communicate. That's what I told you now. I told you the meaning of each character by itself. But in phrase HunYuanLingTong, there are 2 and 2 together makes 1 word. For the first 2, HunYuan makes 1 word. Like as I told you before, there are polysyllabic characters that has a meaning. So HunYuan is actually 1 word, and Lingtong is another word. And HunYuan means origin of the universe, and this is very lyrical translation. Origin of the universe. In Zhineng Qigong, that would be HunYuan Qi of the universe, right? The original HunYuan Qi. And Lingtong means very effective, with very good results. So HunYuanLingTong means that let's say, the intention that we put with our mind, connected with original HunYuan Qi of the universe, which is limitless, makes a new phase of possibilities that our pure intention can be very quickly and effectively realized. Okay.
You're really good.
Okay, so I will erase this now.
Yeah.
And for the end, we can first learn how to pronounce it in the right way. But for this, I have to explain you the basic pronunciations. So we have 5 different tones for each syllabic. Is that the right word?
Yeah.
Syllabic. So let's just take Hun. Okay, let's take, we have Hun. And we can pronounce this Hun in 5 different ways. 1, so this is actually 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. Altogether 5 different tones. Okay, like this. And the easiest way is to just to write, make this graph. Okay. So this tone that it's very natural. So we don't even we don't write anything actually on it. So it's just Hun. It has no specific pronunciation. So it's just here. It's Hun, like Hun. But the first one, the first tone, it goes like this from 1 to 4. This direction. It's like Hun, Hun, like this. You can try. Hun, Hun. And then we have the second tone, which goes from 1 to 4, like this, up, like this. And we pronounce it like Hun, Hun. And then we have the third tone, which starts like here and goes till here, till the middle. Like this. That's right. Okay, I'll use
Yeah.
Yeah?
Sorry.
I'll use this.
Great doll power.
Like this. And it's like Hun. Like Hun. You have to feel it here. Like it's very deep. Like if this one starts with deep voice and goes up like Hun, this one starts up, goes down, and again up. Hun. Like this.
Hun.
And then the last one is the fourth tone, and it goes like this. Like jump, down. It's Hun. Hun. And sometimes when you listen Chinese people talking, you think like, whoa, they're having a fight, or like, what's that? You know, it's very rough talk, but it's actually not. It's because of this. It's because of the fourth tone. It's very fast, like Hun. So let's check again the different sounds. The first one is Hun. Then it's Hun. Hun. And Hun. So, and the fifth one is natural, Hun. Nothing changed. Okay, And now we will start. We will try to pronounce HunYuanLingTong.
Which is HunYuanLingTong? Which tone?
It's the fourth one. This one. It's in HunYuanLingTong.
Hun.
Hun. Okay. I'll write it now. Okay. Now I will I will say it out loud, and please, even if I don't hear you, try to pronounce it. Okay.
Maybe
But
like Drew was doing.
and maybe we can do it like this. I pronounce it, and then each of you pronounce it out loud, so I can hear. Okay. Do you agree? Yeah.
Maybe that we make it more organized. For example, Anja pronounce it once, and then we invite, for example, Andras to unmute himself and pronounce it, and if it needs correction, so we can do one by one. It's not so many.
Okay. Do you agree? Yeah. Okay. Why I write it like this? Because I want first that we pronounce each word by itself, because when we will pronounce it together as a phrase, this tone will change. So it will change in the fourth tone, but for now we will pronounce it separately, okay? So this would sound like HunYuan, HunYuan, and now Andras will try. I pronounce it, you pronounce it, okay? HunYuan.
HunYuan.
Okay, great. Another one.
You mute yourself now, please.
Ellen, can you pronounce it, please?
Yeah. HunYuan.
Ah, perfect, perfect. Great. HunYuan.
HunYuan.
Yes, perfect. Thank you. And next one, maybe Vinod. Did I pronounce it right? No? Mr. Vinod? You have to unmute yourself. We cannot hear you.
One. Okay. I can unmute it from here.
Okay, great.
Okay, Vinod, please again.
HunYuan.
HunYuan, great.
HunYuan.
Yes. Okay. One thing, it's very good. I heard something right now, and I would like to tell you also, if you have for example here, Hun. It's not just Hun. Those two are a little bit combined together, so it's more like Hun. It's like you put a in between. Hun. Yes. Hun. And when you have in Chinese language, when you have A and N together, you pronounce it like this. Yuan. HunYuan. Okay.
Very good.
Perfect. Thank you.
Thank you.
Again.
Okay. And Mira? Mira?
Please try.
You'll try? You cannot hear Mira.
1 second. I unmute Mira. Are you there, Mira?
Mira? Okay, she's not
Okay.
there. So let's try with Victor.
HunYuan.
Yeah. HunYuan.
HunYuan.
Great. Perfect. Thank you. And Celine? Nadine, Celine? She's not there, I think. No? Hello?
No.
No? And then maybe Amir?
HunYuan.
HunYuan?
HunYuan.
HunYuan. Great.
Thank you.
Thank you. And Elizabeth? No? Hello, Elizabeth?
No.
No. Bernard? No, Bernard? Yeah.
HunYuan.
Perfect.
Very good.
HunYuan, perfect.
HunYuan.
Thank you very much. And Brian?
HunYuan.
Again?
HunYuan.
Maybe more sharp. HunYuan.
HunYuan.
Yuan.
HunYuan.
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 Yeah, okay.
You-
This one?
Yeah.
Yeah, let's try again. HunYuan.
HunYuan.
It's it's you give a lot of how to say emphasis in this letter. Try it with u, with you. Yuan.
HunYuan.
Yuan.
Yuan.
Yes, like this. Great. HunYuan. Perfect.
HunYuan. Yeah.
Thank you. And Gerardo.
HunYuan.
Great.
HunYuan.
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 Yuan.
HunYuan.
Yeah. It's
you have the same problem like me with the epsilon. I also pronounce like more similar like j.
HunYuan.
Yeah.
it's like it's yuan.
HunYuan.
Yuan.
And HunYuan.
Okay, good. And then who's left? Is there anyone else? Because those people, I don't know. Are they here?
My
HunYuan.
Oh,
HunYuan.
great. Again?
HunYuan.
Yes.
very good.
HunYuan. Great.
HunYuan.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Okay.
Margalit, not here. Who is this?
Nick.
Are you here, Nick?
HunYuan.
Cool. HunYuan.
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 Great. Thank you. And Nick? Nick, are you here?
No.
No, he's not here.
Okay.
You want also? Okay. Let's try with Lingtong. Okay. This you already know because they are the same. See, Yuan and Ling, they are the same pronunciation. So this one is Lingtong. Okay, you don't need to go so high as I do. Just it's important that it's very flat. Lingtong. Okay, Mauro, great. Andras.
LingTong.
Great. Okay, and Ellen. Lingtong.
LingTong.
Great, Ellen. Perfect. Also, when we have like this at the end, also you just N and G, we pronounce it like, you know, when you say in English, when you say swimming, you do like this G at the end is very nasal. You cannot very hear it, right? You don't say swimming, you say swimming. And it's the same in China, in Chinese language. Here is not Lingtong, but it's Lingtong. You pronounce it, but very nasal. Okay, so it's Lingtong. Let's try with Amir.
Lingtong.
Yes, Lingtong. Perfect, thank you. And Brian.
Lingtong.
Lingtong, great, great, thank you. And Gerardo.
Lingtong. Lingtong.
Perfect, perfect, thank you. And Elizabeth is not here. Vinod. Mr. Vinod, okay. Okay, wait, we have to unmute you.
Okay.
Okay, Mr. Vinod.
Lingtong.
Perfect. Lingtong and Victor.
Lingtong.
Great. This is easier, right? Lingtong.
Yeah.
Yeah. And Bernard.
Lingtong.
Perfect. Thank you. Great. And Margaret. Again. Lingtong. Great. And no one else, right?
Joe Frederick.
Joe Frederick. Excuse me, can you repeat?
Lingtong.
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 Yes, great, perfect. Okay, thank you. Now we will just pronounce just one more thing, a phrase together. And as I say, here it will change. So this is one word that we pronounce, this is another, but in a phrase this changed to fourth tone. So actually, it will sound like Hun, Yuan, Ling, Tong, like this. So HunYuanLingTong, right? Because if they are pronounced together, this is more of poetical, isn't it? It sounds more beautiful. It's like this. It's like a way, right? HunYuanLingTong. I'm overreacting, just that you can hear, but I will pronounce it again, and then we do another circle, okay? So, HunYuanLingTong, HunYuanLingTong,
HunYuanLingTong.
Again?
HunYuanLingTong.
Yeah, great. Okay, thank you. Amir?
HunYuanLingTong.
Thank you, perfect. Can you please, Brian, can you pronounce it?
HunYuanLingTong.
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 Yes, thank you, Brian. Great. And then Ellen, please, can you pronounce it?
HunYuanLingTong.
HunYuanLingTong. Great, thank you. And Gerardo?
HunYuanLingTong.
I can see like this tong, it really it goes well, right? It's the easiest. Tong. If you say tong at the end, it sounds good, yeah. So hun, just still try to pronounce all those the first three. HunYuanLingTong.
HunYuanLingTong.
Perfect. Thank you. And then Vinod. Vinod. How is the writing?
Again, Vino.
HunYuanLingTong.
Again, please.
HunYuanLingTong.
Thank you, Vinos. Very good. And Victor?
HunYuanLingTong.
Yes, great. Great. And thank you. Bernard, please.
HunYuanLingTong.
Yeah, it's like tong. This you changed the second one.
Okay. HunYuanLingTong.
Tong. It's very straight.
HunYuanLingTong.
Yes, like this, like this. Thank you. Okay. And Joe Frederick, if I pronounce it right.
HunYuanLingTong.
Tong.
Tong.
Yes.
HunYuanLing.
Yes, thank you. It looks like we're practicing a song, right?
Yes, it does.
HunYuanLingTong. Okay, and who's left? Margalit, please.
HunYuanLingTong.
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 Yeah, sometimes it helps me if I wave, you know, myself with the head or like this. It helps. Okay, thank you. You're great job, really.
It's the G-field.
It's a chipil. Also, do we have enough time? Oh, not really.
We have few minutes more, right?
Would you like me to write very slowly each character? Yes?
So if later on you want to write it, for example, what Anja was suggesting, that you write it down in your water bottle or in some paper, she will write it in the correct order with the proper way of writing the strokes. So if you cannot do it right now, later on, you can go back to the recording.
Okay, sounds good. Thank you.
Okay, thanks.
Okay, like this.
This is Hun.
This is Hun.
Yes. You can do it again, maybe.
Yeah, I will write it again very slowly. So you can also write it with me.
Hun.
This is Hun. Okay. And it goes like this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Wait.
And the second.
No. This is 8. And this is 9. Like this. So, yeah. Sometimes I have to write it fast so I can. Yeah. Yes, this is this direction. It's not a mistake.
Okay.
Okay.
Yuan.
Yuan is easy. It's just 2 strokes. No, it's 4. Sorry. It goes 1, 2, 5.
No, 4.
Yeah.
Complete any.
Sorry. Like this. Okay, this is Yuan.
Good.
And then
Just the traditional, I think.
traditional one.
Yeah. It's nice.
Okay.
It's a bit harder, but much nicer.
Well, I'm writing in very strange position. Sorry if it's not perfectly symmetric.
It's perfect.
And this like all goes from this direction down. So it's 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and also this.
It's the same.
And then 19. And also here. So these have 25 strokes. Very difficult. It looks like, but it's not actually. If you write it 5 times, you know it. So this is Ling. Okay. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you, Mauro. And then the last one is Tong. Tong. Like this. Okay, so this is Tong. It was very quick, but you can watch it again in the video.
Yes, thank you. Very nice. Thank you.
Thank you, all of you that you came. I was very honored when Mauro suggested that I could lead a class. So really, thank you very much for all that you came in. Thank you, Mauro.
Yes, thank you, Anja. You're a very good teacher. Yeah, very good.
Oh.
Thank
Can
you.
I ask,
This was a lot of fun.
the children in China, how do they learn? Do they learn all the 50,000 characters? How are they taught?
I think for them it's much easier because they listen and they see characters every day. But as we have pinyin, because we write in pinyin, all those, this HunYuanLingTong, this is actually pinyin, they call it. They don't write in pinyin, they have their own system, which is actually, it's called Bopo Mopo. It's a phonetic system with very, very simple characters, with just 2 or 3 strokes. And they learn this at first, and then slowly they learn more difficult characters. Like this. Yeah.
Yes. And what about the keyboard, like the computer keyboard? I have it in English. Yeah. Is there a Chinese keyboard?
Yes, it's very easy. You use pinyin in your keyboard, and the keyboard itself, the program, it gives you characters. You know, for example, I write Hun, and the keyboard will give me, like, for example, 10 different Hun, and I will choose which one is the one that I want to use in my sentence.
Oh, interesting.
Like this. But also, for example, if there's a phrase, I can just write already in my dictionary. Yes. I just can write Hun, and the computer itself will give me HunYuanLingTong. So if I recognize all the characters, I can just type it on the HunYuanLingTong phrase the computer gives me, and I have it in my Word.
I see. Yes.
It's very useful, but it's also tricky because you forget how to write. You really forget how to write because the computer writes for you, and it's not just a problem for me and my friends sinologists, but also from Chinese people. I just watched a video recently, and they really have a problem because they are forgetting their own alphabet, actually.
Yes.
Probably like for us Westerns with the calculator, you know, nobody knows anymore how to do basic math.
Yes. I read that, Anja, you went to China to learn calligraphy. Can you talk about a little bit about your Chinese experience?
Well, yes, actually, I was studying Chinese language in Faculty of Art in Ljubljana, in Slovenia, but I was in Taiwan 2 times, once for 1 year and another time for 3 months, and also in Shanghai for a year.
Oh, wow.
And it was great experience. I mean, it's difficult to explain it quickly.
Yes.
It's a completely different culture. It has good and also not so good points, right?
Yes.
But I love it with my heart. Like China and Taiwan, both they are very specific but very full experience. I have very full, great experience.
Yes, I know in Japan, the Zen Buddhist masters, they use calligraphy as a meditative practice.
Yeah.
Is it same in China? Do they use it as,
Probably depends who is a calligrapher, because we also have different types of calligraphy. It's not just one, it depends of the style and also of the characters that you write. As in Western countries, you know, you don't have just one calligraphy.
Yes.
You can write in different fonts. It's the same like in Chinese calligraphy. You can write very old, very slowly, or you can write it very quickly.
I see.
With all your passion, you know?
Yes.
So it's different. Some of them, they really write it like an art, like a Qigong, very slowly. But also, I think it's art to write it with passion.
Yes.
Because you put all your feelings in one short moment, and you put it out on the paper with a brush and ink, and it's also an art.
Yes.
And also Qigong, actually, but more
Yes.
different way. But yeah, it's a kind of ceremony, I would say.
Ceremony practice.
Yeah.
Yes. Just for fun, Anya, can you write Qi channel for us in Chinese? Qi
I can
channel?
write Qi, but I cannot write channel, to be honest.
Okay.
I should check.
Yeah, that's okay.
But I can check and
Yes, that would
write
be great. Just for
later.
fun.
But Qi it's very easy. I mean, you know Qi for sure. You saw it before. You've seen it before.
The word channel is really great because also it's meridian. So maybe
Okay.
the
Ah,
Oh.
yeah. I don't know if that's the same character for the channel on the internet channel. The Qi channel, you meant.
I mean, I always mean it in both ways because it is the channels is the same word we say for the meridians in the body in English, even though it's
Yes.
not exactly the same meaning, but because we do Qigong on the Qi channel, it fits, you know, with Chinese.
Okay, it could be a word game or something, right? It
Yeah,
has
thank you,
different
Ellen.
meanings.
Good. Yeah.
So it's actually Jingluo is a meridian, but I cannot write it. See?
That's
I
okay.
forgot. Jingluo. I don't know, maybe it could be Luo,
Qigong.
like this.
So this would be Qi and
Qi and Luo,
and
but
yeah, channel in
but-
a different way.
I would find something more appropriate. I mean,
Yes.
if I would translate it, I would do my best to find better, how to say,
More accurate.
yeah, more accurate.
Accurate. Yes. No, it looks very good. Yeah. Thank you.
Yeah. I don't know if we have enough time for meditation.
Yes, we can try it. We can try
try
for 5-10 minutes. Sure.
Just very short. 3 times we will pronounce it, okay?
Okay.
So from the memory I have, I think Rita shared this idea of meditation of HunYuanLingTong 1 year ago or something.
Yes.
And also teacher Liu. So probably it's something they're teaching in their Qi, HunYuan Qi therapist course. So they speak about mainly 3 centers: in the heart, in the lower dantian, and in HunYuan Chao. For those who practice or knows a little bit about the 3rd level, HunYuan Chao. It's between the heart and the lower dantian. And then with Tong, we concentrate on the expansion, which is another meaning also of the word Tong. So the expansion. We feel Bai Hui, Lao Gong, and Yongchuan. So when we pronounce Hun, we go deep into the heart. When we pronounce Yuan, we go to the essence, also to the origin where we have stored the essence of our life. Then Ling, which is the sound which makes us discover where is HunYuan Chao. And then Tong expanding to Bai Hui, Lao Gong, and Yongchuan. Okay. We do it together.
Okay.
You can open the microphones now. If you want, and we unmute all. I can do. So we do it all together at the same time with this information Anja shared today, with the intention for the whole humanity and nature. Put in a good state, in a good position. We breathe in.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you very much, Anja. So good to see you. Thank you. Very good teacher.
You too. Thank you very much.
Really wonderful teaching. Thank you so, so much.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you, of course, always, everybody. Thank you.
Okay,
Thank you.
remember, if you want to learn also from Anja how to write and pronounce the 8 verses, which mail?
Your mail.
I write down my mail here, you contact me, and then we organize it.
Great. Thank you.
It will be easier now because now you know the basic of Chinese language, and we can just learn the song.
You send me, I put it down here, my mail, you send me in the subject, Chinese course,
Yeah.
Okay, like this.
Nice.
So hope to see you.
Yes, yes,
And
absolutely.
I wish you a very, very nice day or come night, depends where you are located.
Yes,
And thank you very much again that you came.
yes, very nice. Thank you for your teaching, Anja. Take care.
And try to write it in as many places as you can.
Yeah.
So you expand the achievement also.
Yes.
Thanks.
Okay.
Bye.
Ciao.
Okay, thank you. Take care, everyone. Bye-bye.